Welcome to TriFit with Tim and Amanda. I've just been out for a run, so I'm going to do a review of my running shoes. So I run in the Saucony Everun Freedom ISO. This review is going to be a little different to what you probably see mostly on YouTube. It's going to be a review without the tech talk. So how do the shoes feel? How do they work? How long do they last? What's good about them? What's bad about them?
Hey, you. I saw you from the distance. Hey, you. Can we talk?
These are the Saucony Everun. Some people call it Saucony and some say Saucony. I think it's a more American thing to say Saucony, and Australians say Saucony. So whichever way it is, this is the Saucony Everun Freedom ISO. I went into a running shop and just said to them, I need some new running shoes, what do you recommend? We talked a little bit about how I run. He looked at the soles of my shoes and put out a whole big range, maybe 6 or 7 different sorts of shoes. I tried them all on. I went in there and said that I wanted a bright colored pair of shoes, preferably blue. And the one other criteria that I have is a fairly low heel drop. So I've usually run in around 4 mil, and I believe this is around 4 mil heel drop. But basically I went in there, tried on a whole lot, and these ones were the most comfortable shoes. It didn't matter to me what brand I got. The things that I love about it is it's quite loose around here. The tongue is connected to the sides. Tongue doesn't slide side to side. The shoe is quite loose fitting. So in these pair, these were my original pair, and I got elastic laces because I use them for triathlon, so I need them to be easy to put on and off. My second pair, which don't have elastic laces at the moment, simply because I couldn't find a colour of elastic lace that I thought would look nice with this shoe. But these ones, I have done around 1,000 kilometers or so in the shoes, and a lot of advice you get says that you should change your shoes between 400 and 800 kilometers. I think you should change your shoes when you feel like they need to be changed. So some shoes will last a long time and some shoes won't last a long time. These are just starting to wear out on the bottom. So as I said, 1,000 kilometers running. I've probably done the same amount of that walking. The walking I don't track, so I don't really know. I've had these ones for about 16 months. And wearing them as my only shoe. I only have one pair of running shoes at a time. They're actually quite loose around the top so that they feel really comfortable. Around the heel as well and the ankle, they're quite loose as well. So if you like a tight fitting shoe, this may not be the shoe for you. If you like to feel a little bit more movement, then they're great. They have a mesh top. The mesh part has been good, but you can just see here, it's just starting to get a hole in this one. So that's probably a downside with the mesh. It's probably not as strong as other types of material on there. And the other thing, it is just starting to get some wear on the back of the heel as well. The mesh, I love it in one way because they're really cool shoes. I run a lot. I live in Queensland, so I run a lot in the heat. And these are really cool, keep my feet quite cool. The mesh, the downside of that is if you are doing any beach running or even just walking on the beach, the sand gets into that mesh and it gets quite hard to get out. I put them in the washing machine to wash them, and I've done that maybe over the course of that 15 months. I've probably done it 5 or 6 times. So these shoes started to wear out, as I showed you, on the heel, on the toe, and just on the sole as well, have just started to wear, and I've noticed it's just getting that little bit slippery. And because I really like them, I went and bought a second pair. So with these ones, they're exactly the same, just updated color. Still have that really loose feeling. And what I've noticed with these, even though I haven't put elastic laces in, I don't need to untie them. So I can just slip my foot in there. It's quite easy just to slip my foot in, and I don't even adjust the laces. I'd really recommend going to a running shop, and one of the things I'd have a look at any shop that you go to, ask the person that you're buying the shoes from if they run. If they run, they can give you some first-hand advice about the shoes. If they don't run, they're just giving you the advice that the shoe manufacturer has given to them. So I'd really recommend going to a shoe store that is staffed by runners. And I try as much as possible to buy my shoes from a physical store rather than buying them online. I also found that these shoes run true to size. I'm a size 8 in every shoe that I buy. These are a size 8 and these are a size 8. As a triathlon shoe, I have been able to wear these in triathlons, in sprint distance triathlon. So with the run up to 5Ks, I've worn them without socks. I did a standard distance in them, so 10K run without socks, and it blistered my feet. It was also really wet that day, and it was about a month after I'd bought them. So I'd probably risk doing another 10K run without socks in them if it wasn't wet. If it's wet, I'd definitely put socks on to wear them. But that's something you're going to have to test for yourself to see where it rubs.
Hey, you, I think you're my subsistence.